Hi folks, okay, I'm doing a little bit from Extremely Unlikely, History of the United Kingdom, and I'm on page 97. I'm doing a bit about King William. I'm assuming this is a bit from Scotland. We will find out as we read, yeah? In the revolt of 1173-74 against King Henry II of England, King William I was a key player. He played it in the key of C major. I don't like that one. I don't like that one particularly. In the revolt of 1173-74 against King Henry II of England, King William I was a key player, although he never got much tune out of one. In 1174, at the Battle of Alnwick, during a raid in support of the revolt, William recklessly charged the English troops himself, loudly shouting, "If I had a horse, this would look much more impressive." Kind to a fault, the English lent him a horse, and he charged again, shouting, "Now we shall see which of us are good knights." He was unhorsed and captured by Henry's troops, who said, "So us then." William was taken in chains to Newcastle, then Northampton, and then transferred to Falaise in Normandy. "Can you now take the chains off now?" he asked. "Maybe on the way back," came the reply. Henry then sent an army to Scotland and occupied it, which took some doing, as he only sent an army of 12. As a ransom and to regain his kingdom, William had to sign the Treaty of Falaise, acknowledge Henry as his feudal superior, and agree to pay for the cost of the English army's occupation of Scotland by taxing the Scots. "Ye fiends, anything but moony!" William was then allowed to return to Scotland. "Maybe the chains could come off now?" he asked Henry. "Oh, but they suit you so, dear fellow," said Henry, and laughed his bollocks off all the way back to London. In 1175, William swore fealty to Henry II at York Castle, having misread the letter that said he had to come to York and swear filthy to the king. The Treaty of Falaise required William to swear that Scotland would thereafter be subordinate to the English crown, and Henry II had the right to choose William's bride. As a result, William married a hamster called Ethel. They were wed in 1181 in a grand ceremony at Edinburgh Petting Zoo. In 1183, Henry stopped laughing. In January 1184, Ethel was killed when her exercise wheel came loose, rolled down the banks of Edinburgh Castle and fell into the ocean, which was clever since it was the Pacific Ocean it fell into. Many in Henry's court suspected Hamicide, but Henry had grown magnanimous in his old age and took Manyanny Mouse to Scotland to wed William, while by now William had bought a cat. In 1186, under Henry's orders, William married Ermengarde de Beaumont, a great-granddaughter of King Henry I of England and elsewhere, at Woodstock Palace. Jimi Hendrix played the Newfangled Banner as their wedding music. The marriage was not very successful, and it was 1193 before she bore him an heir, as Henry kept the key to her chastity belt. Suspiciously, Ermengarde bore 3 children before them by the locksmith that William had employed to get her belt undone. "And whilst you're here, can you get me out of these bloody chains?" "I wondered why you was wearing them, your majesty. I thought it was an SM thing." "Aye, it's a soaring minging thing. My poor Wally has had a rust on it for 10 years now." "I'll get me welding kit." "You'll get the fuck away with it." "Oh, no, it's perfectly safe, sire." "Are you sure?" "Oh, aye, I'll no get burned at all." "I'm nae worried about you, I'm worried about my tackle." "That's a bit selfish." "I'm king." "Yeah, look like it." "Tell you what, who's about I start with your missus's chastity belt and come back to yous when that's off." "Sounds like a plan. Is that the special welder yous is going to use for the job?" "Okay, it's a little handheld one. Just put some batteries in the base and turn the dial to function 1 and off you go. See yous later." From the next room, "Okay, okay, okay, aye. William, has it come off, welder?" "Several times, His Majesty." Okay, I'm sure you're not interested in this, but I'm going to go and have a bowl of vegetable soup for my dinner now. So, tune in for video, this is 96 or 97. But tune in, go Google it.